This epic showdown between Shanks and Blackbeard is like the ultimate key to making Luffy the real Pirate King. Oda recently dropped hints that some big shots might die in the new upcoming series. Shanks, who was all like time to grab that One Piece, might not be after the Pirate King title himself. Instead, he could be rallying the others for Joy Boy's comeback, getting everyone ready to snag the One Piece. Considering Shanks got his face messed up by Blackbeard and is considered a heavyweight in the new world, it's pretty clear Blackbeard sees him as a massive roadblock to becoming the Pirate King. In a straight-up fight, Shanks might lose to Blackbeard, but this guy can paralyze a rear admiral from miles away with his haki. Still, Blackbeard is known for being sneaky, so he might pull some dirty tricks, like making Shanks sacrifice himself to save Luffy. Shanks is super dedicated to Luffy, and if he bites the dust protecting him, it could be even more gut-wrenching than Ace's death. This whole thing could be the push Luffy needs to level up and become the real deal, stepping into the shoes of Joy Boy in the final war. It's like the ultimate pirate. What are the silliest question in One Piece? Like seriously, can Smoker get a lung cancer with all that smoking? I mean, this guy doesn't quit. And does Crocodile ever feel thirsty? I mean, water is his weakness, right? Moving on, can Katakuri get diabetes? And considering Blackbeard is darkness incarnate, does he need vitamin D? If someone turns into a giraffe with a devil fruit, do they suddenly crave leaves? Does Sakazuki deal with high blood pressure? And does Marco's healing flame make it superior to Ace's destructive flames? Speaking of Ace, shouldn't his flames be considered superior? Does Fujitora suffer from back pain controlling gravity? Can Whitebeard ever lose his balance? Is Luffy's metabolism as elastic as his body? You know what I mean, guys? If Bonnie matures someone's body, does that make them an adult? And why is Chopper still a walking raccoon if zone fruits change appearances? Imagine this epic face-off after the ultimate showdown in One Piece. Boa Hancock, head over heels for Luffy, faces off against the ultimate Luffy enthusiast, Bartolomeo. These two are ready to battle it out to prove who's the craziest fan of our beloved hero. Boa Hancock, who's never felt such intense emotions for any man before, is head over heels in love with Luffy. Her love knows no limits. On the flip side, you've got Bartolomeo proudly declaring Luffy as the GOAT, even teasing Shanks about it. That's some serious devotion to our rubbery captain. Now, imagine the scene after the big fight. Boa and Bartolomeo reunite in one spot, and the competition for the title of Luffy's ultimate fan kicks off. Sparks fly as they try to outdo each other. Despite their initial rivalry, I'm betting they'd end up being the best of buds. Bartolomeo might even warm up to the idea of Boa being Luffy's future wife. Sure, there's no official scale to measure who's the biggest Luffy fan, but one thing is crystal clear. Both Boa and Bartolomeo are ready to go to the extremes for our beloved straw hat-wearing hero. It's a showdown of love and loyalty like never before. What if the Straw Hats had an epic showdown with the Red Hair Pirates? Picture this. Luffy, our fearless captain, would obviously go head-to-head with Shanks himself. It's a no-brainer. Nobody else in our crew could handle Shanks, and Luffy wouldn't let anyone else take the spotlight. Now, let's talk about the clash of the vice captains. The brains of the operation, Ben Beckman versus the ultimate badass, Zoro. It's a battle of wits and strength that you won't want to miss. And then there's the showdown between the snipers and father-son duos. Our sharpshooter, Usopp, would engage in a precision battle with Shanks' sniper. It's like a family reunion, but with bullets. Now, here's a quirky coincidence. Did you know that Lucky Roo, the chef on Shanks' crew, doubles as a cook? Sanji, our culinary expert, would take on this dual role guy. And the rest will be on the next video, guys. Now, onto the monkey named Monster. Who better to deal with a wild primate than Robin, with her strategic mind and versatile powers? It just fits, trust me. And don't worry, Chopper has his own match against Hongo, the doctor of Shanks' crew. It's a medical showdown. For the musical interlude, Brook, our skeletal musician, would engage in a musical duel with Bonk Punch. They both have eccentric faces, so it just makes sense in a weird musical way. Navigators in action. Nami would navigate her way through a battle with Building Snake, Shanks' navigator. It's like a navigation face-off. Frankie, the cyborg extraordinaire, would go toe-to-toe with Gab. It's a clash of the mechanical titans. Jinbei, our fishman helmsman, would face off against Lime Juice. Water-themed battle, anyone. And last but not least, Chopper. Instead of fighting their pet, he'd take on Hongo, the doctor of Shanks' crew, because let's face it, a doctor-to-doctor battle is more interesting.